Together we rise, together we fly.
Who told you that you had to carry it all? Picture this. Just imagine tomorrow morning you wake up without that tightness in your chest. You begin to move through your day and you're not rushed, you're not feeling frazzled, but you're calm. And it's not because the world around you has changed overnight, but it's because you finally realize that you don't have to be the one to carry it all. You know, that lightness, that breath of peace, it is closer than you can think. And today, I want to show you how you can get it back. Now, let me guess. You're probably the one that people call when they need something done. You're probably the one that handles all the business meetings, schedules, the birthday parties. You're probably the one that deal with all the relationship drama. You handle the dinner plans and all of those endless tasks. What about those ones that people call at the last minute and say, "Can you just do?" You fill in the blank request. You just happen to be the one who does and handles it all. And does that sound familiar? Do you know that person? Now, at the end of a busy day, as you're preparing yourself for sleep, do you sometimes find yourself saying, "You were strong, you're successful, you've built a life that even people admire, but underneath the surface, it's exhausting, isn't it?" The mental checklist never ends, just juggling everyone's needs. And somewhere along the way, forgetting all about yours. Does that sound familiar? Does that sound like anything that you've said to yourself several times? Now, as I begin to think about this woman, I'm reminded of someone we've heard a lot about, and her name is Martha. Yes, Martha from the Bible. You know the one we usually talk about for being so busy while her sister Mary sat peacefully at Jesus' feet. But what if we just pause for a minute and stop the story right there? Because I think we've misunderstood her. Martha, yes, she was strong, she was a leader, she managed the household, took care of everyone, probably the first one up and the last one to bed. And does that sound familiar? Now let's talk about what happens. In all her doing, Martha, she becomes overwhelmed, resentful, and even invisible. And when she finally speaks up, Jesus gently tells her, "Martha, Martha, you are worried and troubled about many things, but only one thing is necessary." Now, he wasn't criticizing her effort. He saw her heart. He saw her stress. He saw her doing all the right things and still missing the one thing that would set her free. Now, maybe, what if, just like Martha, you've spent so many years proving your strength through how much you can handle, proving your strength about how many hats you can wear, how well you can keep it all together. But what if the answer wasn't in doing more? What if the real shift happened when you stopped striving and finally sat down to receive? Now let's talk about when no one tells you about strong women. I want to remind you, I want you to be well aware that you are not the problem, that the problem is the pressure, the pace, the lie that says your worth is tied to how much you can do. Now, Martha, she learned it. She didn't learn it in that moment, but later she did when she came face to face with Jesus and he again reminded her and declared, I know who you are. She finally saw that she was already enough. And so are you. Maybe, just maybe, success is not in how much more you can carry, but what if it's in how willing you are to let go? Stop measuring your value by the to do list and begin to start resting in the truth that you are seen, loved, and enough without the hustle. Now, if you ever felt like Martha, tired of doing it all, I want you to know this, that you are not alone. You don't have to figure out how to become your own BFF, living your life bold, fulfilled, and free either. But what you can do is you can drop a comment below if this resonated with you. And I'm open and willing. And let's talk about what it would look like to finally exhale. Now I'm going to leave you with 3 questions that you can reflect on. And I hope that you'll take time and answer them. Where in your life are you carrying more than you were meant to? And what would it look like to gently set some of it down? Number 2, what silent beliefs have you held about your worth, being tied to how much you do or you achieve? Number 3, when was the last time you allowed yourself to simply be in the presence of peace without feeling guilty or unproductive? And if you want to talk through these questions further, again, feel free to reach out and let's talk about it.